Welcome to another edition of Uncle Smooth's Man Cave. We're going to start doing these videos once a week now, drop them on Sunday nights. As you saw from our last video, we went to MCW Pro Wrestling in Joplin, Maryland, where we got to meet SCU and Lillian Garcia. We got some autographs, did the meet and greet, and picked up some figures while we were there. So let's get started, because it's been a busy week of finding figures and hunting them down, and we found some really good ones and some really rare ones right now. So we'll start with what we found Saturday night at MCW, which would be Series 1 Undertaker for the Mattel Retro line. These are basically just like the Hasbro figures that we grew up on as a kid. If you were a kid of the late 80s, early 90s, after LJN, WWE went to Hasbro, when they were WWF then, went to Hasbro and came out with these little articulate 4-inch figures. Mattel decided to remake these, and now we have Series 1 Undertaker. At the end of the video, I'll show you something custom that I'm working on that will be finished probably by the end of the week and will be ready by next week. So, Series 1 Undertaker, mint on card. Getting harder to find unless you're on Amazon, eBay, and of course, you can find them on there, but really you pay arm and a leg for it. Also, Series 2, Mick Foley. Card's a little bit damaged, but I'm an open box collector, so this is coming out of the bubble. Mankind, this is very cool. Little 4-inch figure. He's got the movable hand here for his mandible claw finisher, as you can see. And then one of my favorites, anybody knows me knows this is my favorite wrestler of all time, the Stinger. Series 2, Mattel Retro. Has the Stinger splash action, so basically if you push him down, he'll actually spring up. So actually we're going to open this and give you a little demonstration of what he will do. So live unboxing. Oh boy. So Sting, you push down on him from the back and his body's going to go in. If you put him in the ring, he'll spring up and spring at you. So it's kind of cool. Sting's my favorite wrestler, so anybody who knows me, Sting, Triple H, two of my favorite guys, but mainly Sting, had to have it. So also, we found Series 92 Mattel Basics. This is her first time in line. Hopefully, I'm going to keep this in box so I can get this, hopefully try to get this signed when I go to SmackDown, April 2nd, right before we go to WrestleMania. Will be none other than the goddess herself, Mandy Rose. As you can see, this is the first time she's ever been, this is her first ever figure. It was hard to find at first, but now it's starting to really come out. Walmart, I saw it again, and Target, I saw it yesterday. So, Mandy Rose, we're going to try to get this one signed, since this is her first figure, when they come to Baltimore in about a month. So also this week, we got the entrance grates, Elias. As you saw in one of the previous videos, they had the Finn Balor entrance grate video. They played his theme music. This one actually...
Who wants to walk with Elias?
And if you're like me, I'll walk with Elias any day. This figure is really cool. It actually comes with a stage and a stand for him to sit on. He's got his guitar. So it's really cool. It's really articulated. So when you put this in your display case, you can kind of have him front and center to where he's basically playing his guitar and... asking you who wants to walk with Elias. I thought this was a really nice find. Also this week, we found the Kurt Angle Sound Slammers. Now me, I collect usually one figure of each person, so I didn't have a Kurt Angle. I found this, thought it was pretty cool. If you press his belly button, he has a couple different chants. That one's Fight Forever.
I'm the wrestling machine.
He's the wrestling machine.
You better give me the respect I deserve.
You better give me the respect I deserve.
Good luck. You're gonna need it.
And good luck, you're gonna need it. And then if you hit him, he makes a sound as well. These are kind of cool for like the kids and stuff. Me, obviously, I'm not playing with them. I want it displayed, so it's his Team Angle figure, which I'm not a fan of the whole new Kurt Angle stuff, so I kind of like the old one with the Team Angle with him when he was with Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas, so I thought this was pretty cool and take it back a little bit. Also this week, we got the new Walmart started coming out with the WrestleMania series, and Walmart's just blowing up right now with figures. So this one is the Trish Stratus figure that just came out. WrestleMania, I believe this is WrestleMania 17 when she had a triple threat match with Lita and Jazz, and it's her Canadian outfit. So it has the Canadian flag on it, the red and white. Obviously, she's from Toronto, so this was pretty cool. I thought this was neat. I don't have a Trish figure, so we picked that up. Also this week, been needing this guy for a while. We're actually going to meet him Saturday at MCW Pro Wrestling in Hollywood, Maryland. So I'll probably have some updates, and we'll probably go live when we do the meet and greet with him. Big Sexy Kevin Nash, NWO for life. So I didn't have a Kevin Nash figure, but I'm going to try to get this signed on Saturday. Actually, was in a raffle in one of the groups, autograph groups I'm in, and actually won an autograph figure of Nash. So it's debatable now. Do I get this signed? I have an NWO belt behind me that I could get signed, and I also have an NWO shirt that's signed by Eric Bischoff that I was going to try to get the original 6 members on. So this is probably going to get signed, and definitely the NWO shirt. If not, then it'll be the NWO belt and this. But Kevin Nash, WrestleMania exclusive figure, NWO, which this should be WrestleMania 18, which would have been him on the outside in Scott Hall's corner when Scott Hall took on Stone Cold Steve Austin. If anybody knows anything about that in WrestleMania, that's also Rock versus Hogan. One of the best WrestleManias of all time. The match wasn't that great for Rock versus Hogan, but the crowd in Toronto was just absolutely bonkers, and if you're a wrestling fan, that's what you want to see. Also this week at Walmart, the Elite WrestleMania Undertaker figure with the adjustable hands. So his hands are removable. This dead man invented WrestleMania 33 to showdown for his showdown with Roman Reigns, and the world that was WWE was, and let the world know that WWE was still his yard. So this is the figure the last time the Undertaker fought at WrestleMania and lost, actually, because he lost to Roman Reigns, and everybody thought that was his retirement match because he took his hat, his gloves, and his jacket and laid him in the middle of the ring. But as we all know now, Undertaker's been back, and who knows, he'll probably show up at WrestleMania again, which I'll probably freak out because I'll be at Mania and it's the Undertaker at WrestleMania, so you know something cool's gonna happen. But kind of neat boxing, the whole back gives you a little bit of detail. Here's the 4 figures that's out with it: Sasha Banks, Triple H, and Scott Hall NWO as well from the WrestleMania 18, which would match the Kevin Nash figure, which we'll probably pick up this week sometime if we can find it again, but it's been here and there. So Undertaker, Elite, with the removable hands, the True FX for the face, really neat. Also, the American Dream, baby, Dusty Rhodes. The Series 63 Elites are now hitting the Walmart stores, and he's the man of the hour, the man with the power, the hit maker, the record breaker, the plumber son who grew up to become the American Dream, baby. Dusty Rhodes with the big gold belt, Dusty's jacket, his ball cap, and the interchangeable hands. So there's Dusty's jacket, the 10 pounds of gold, the big NWA belt, his hat, interchangeable hands for him to fight, or he can talk. But even it's so detailed that it even has Dusty's birthmark on his stomach. Like if you watched wrestling when Dusty was in the polka dots, obviously you wasn't going to see it in the early 90s, but back in the 80s you actually saw Dusty's birthmark and all. So this is really, really cool. This is going to go in the case that we have for all our figures, so I'll open this up a little bit later. Then we had this is something that was getting a little rare to find at first, but now it's starting to pop up a little bit more and more, so everybody's starting to get it. This is his first time in line, a collector's edition, which we're probably not going to open up because he still does signing, so it'll work out. Bob Backlund. Bob Backlund's figure from when he came back in 1994. If you remember anything, he choked out Bret Hart at Survivor Series, and then he lost the belt in like 7 seconds to this man right here when he was Big Daddy Cool Diesel. So Bob Backlund, wing belt, got his robe on, interchangeable hands. Collector's edition, first time in line ever for Bob Backlund Elite figure. Now we're on the hunt for the matching figure for this, which is Sensational Sherry, which is a Walmart exclusive. So if anybody's watching this, they go to Walmart and check the toy aisle and you see Sensational Sherry, let Uncle Smooth know, because I've been to about 8 Walmarts so far and I just can't find it. So who knows, it'll pop up eventually and hopefully we'll find it. If not, we'll figure out how to get it from there. But Bob Backlund, Winged Eagle, interchangeable hands, got his robe on that he came down the ring with. Whether an All-American hero or a deranged madman, Bob Backlund is one of the most legendary champions in WWE history. He actually was the man who carried the company after Bruno Sammartino in the late 70s, early 80s. Between that Bruno and Hulk Hogan era, he's actually who the Iron Sheik beat for the belt, and then Hogan beat the Sheik, and we all know what happened then. Hulkamania ran wild. Also, GameStop this week came out with the exclusive GameStop Retrofest of Hacksaw Jim Duggan. If you're local to Baltimore, March 16th, Hacksaw Jim Duggan will actually be at ACW Pro Wrestling in Arbutus, about 3 minutes from my house, but I'm taking the fiance to go see Kelly Clarkson instead. So we're going to send this probably with a buddy of ours to go get this signed. But this is the GameStop exclusive Retrofest Hacksaw Jim Duggan. So the only way to get this is go into GameStop. It's kind of cool because it has the old graphics as if you were playing this on an old video game system. Looks like a whole arcade system. So really cool. Has an American flag on the outside of it for him to carry with his 2x4. And when Hacksaw won the King of the Ring, I believe it was either 87 or 88, Hacksaw was the King of the Ring. So he was actually the first, or no, second King of the Ring, because the first King of the Ring, I believe, was the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Don't hold me to that, but King Hacksaw, this is kind of cool. Retrofest, with the game-looking logo, which ties me into this thing. While I was at GameStop picking this up, arcade-style WWE or WWF WrestleMania Steel Cage Challenge. Comes with 8 wrestlers in there for you to play this on. So it's got the old school effect. It's Ultimate Warrior, Bret Hart, Undertaker, Erwin R. Shyster, IRS, Jake the Snake Roberts, $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, Sid Justice, Razor Ramon, Rowdy Piper, and oh yeah, brother, dig it, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. So probably gonna bust this open tonight and check it out. Plug and play, so it's just plugged right into your TV. It was only $20. Well worth it for me. I mean, even if I only play it once, I can give 2 craps because I collect wrestling stuff, so I thought this was pretty cool. And I liked old video games. Also, this week, we went out and just found this today, actually. Was searching in Target looking for the elusive Pete Dunne figure. No bueno on Pete Dunne. But found one of the hosts of the Major Wrestling Figure podcast, the Hawkins Talk man himself, Kurt Hawkins, the Prince of Queens. So, this detailed, highly detailed, interchangeable hands Hawkins figure with his cane. Hawkins hasn't won a match in forever. I think he's got over 200 losses now, but he runs probably one of the most famous wrestling figure podcasts around, and it's kind of cool that he got a figure again. Mostly it's usually big name guys, but with Hawkins getting it was kind of rare, and this is the first time I've seen it in stores, and it's been out for a little bit now, so picked it up definitely. Face to facts, even with 0 wins and over 200 losses, the Prince of Queens elevates the career of every superstar he faces. Hawkins highlights are WWE Tag Team Champs. We'll have his tag team partner he won the championship with, Zack Ryder, here on Tuesday. That's coming in, so that'll be a part of our next video. But this Kurt Hawkins Elite figure with the interchangeable hands, the blue pants, didn't find the black pants. Black pants is a chase variant. It's a special edition, so if you find the black pants, it's usually a little bit more valuable. Removable jacket, and it looks like there is a announcer's table or a crash pad or something in the back. When I open this up, we'll find out, and I'll update you guys on that. But there's a table or something in the background that either you could probably crash through, but this was a really good find. So, the big news this week was the NXT Target exclusives came out. There's a couple of them that came out. One that's been out for a while, and I've never seen it until this week, and I just decided to grab it just because this is probably one of her first figures, was Ember Moon. This is not really that valuable now because they've come out with it for a lot, but it was Ember Moon's first figure, basically her NXT figure, really highly detailed, just like the Elites, which is cool. So this I thought was pretty neat to get. It's in the series with the original Roman Reigns, which he was only wearing trunks instead of the pants. Rusev, who had this giant Bulgarian Fred Flintstone looking robe thing around his waist, and Bobby Roode were all a part of this. So figure is highly detailed. It looks just like Ember does with that. So you can kind of see how it's a little bit of glare, but you can see the mask and everything covering her face and the hair. So really, really neat little figure here. Now to the big stuff. So like I said, the NXT Target exclusives came out this week, and they have been just scarce. Anywhere you go, they're really hard to find. I was working Saturday and happened to make a stop at a Target by one of my jobs in between jobs, and we found the Ruby Riot. This is Ruby's Elite NXT figure. It actually tells you on the back when she debuted in NXT on March 22nd, 2017 is when she debuted with NXT. She's already up on Raw now, running the Riot Squad. She's been in some high-profile matches. Just had a pay-per-view match with Ronda Rousey. This detailed figure is really, really detailed. You can see she has all her tattoos, her chest tattoo, everything. You can even see on the back where everything looks. It's a really, really good high detail figure, and this includes her entrance gear as well. So these are coming out now, but everybody's grabbing them up, so they're getting harder to find. If you can find them, great, perfect, grab one. Definitely recommend it. Next one that came out in this 4-pack, Killian Dane of Sanity. Dane debuted on 12/7/2016. He's from Belfast, Northern Ireland. He's a part of Sanity, who's on SmackDown right now, so he's already been called up as well. So these are pretty exclusive, and I'm dropping it on my table. So these are pretty exclusive. Hard to find, like I said. They're at Target. These are really, really highly detailed. You can see how he's wide open. He's known as the Belfast Brawler. The Beast of Belfast. I'm sorry, Belfast Brawler was Finley. And you can just see, like, he's highly detailed, the chest hair and everything like that and all. He's kind of a weird-looking dude, but his he's actually pretty badass and moves pretty quickly for a big dude. So, Killian Dane, NXT Target exclusive, really good pickup. Now, this man has had a figure before. He left WWE, was part of 3MB, came back, and he's just basically been this shit kicker ever since. And I'm talking about Drew McIntyre. So the Drew McIntyre figure is his new NXT figure for when he came back to WWE. He actually went back to NXT instead of coming up to the main roster just to like get his name back out there again, and won the NXT World Title. He debuted at NXT TakeOver. Which one would that be? It's not New Orleans. It may be New Orleans. 2017 is when he debuted. He debuted at the WrestleMania NXT. So Drew McIntyre, NXT Target exclusive, really, really cool figure. You can see how detailed that is. He's a part of Monday Night Raw. He's big storyline. Kind of got a feeling that him, Bobby Lashley, and Baron Corbin are going to take on the Shield at Fastlane in 2 weeks. So we'll see, but this is a really cool, really detailed figure. Now, for the big ones, for these figures here, this is the ones that are hard to find. This is the one that everybody wants. It's selling for anywhere between $60 to $100 on eBay. And it is Aleister Black. Aleister Black, he's probably, I consider him like the new CM Punk. He's all tattooed up, cult rock, everything. I mean, he reminds me a lot of CM Punk. Obviously, without the mic skills, he still struggles a little bit on that, but he's not too bad. But I really, really like Aleister Black. I just like his demeanor. I like his in-ring work, everything. You can see just how highly detailed this thing is compared to the picture on the back. So if you look at the picture on the back, you can see all his tattoos, everything. Get up on the front, and you can just see that it is really good. Now here's the good part. So I collect myself, but I also have my my cousin. If anybody knows me, he's usually around me. He's my cousin Albert. He's basically my right-hand man whenever we go somewhere. So we were able to grab 2 of these bad boys. So I'll be giving this to Albert on Saturday when we go to MCW. So if you see me around at MCW or anything, say hi. I'm always buying autographs. I'm buying figures, just talking, bullshitting around. But I made sure that I got my main man one as well, because I know he likes Aleister Black as well. And with this figure being so rare and popular right now, that I went to 7 different Targets this week, and I only found these 2 at one Target, and I grabbed them. So grabbed them both up. So 2 NXT. So shout out to cousin Albert. He was on the MCW video when we went last time. So Cousin Albert, got you one, bro. I got you. Other than that, we picked up some autographs this week. So we wind up grabbing. We're actually gonna go mobile right now. We actually got Lillian Garcia. Lillian was one of the meet and greet people at the MCW event this week, so we got to meet and greet with her, did all that. And then we also, at MCW, was SCU, SoCal Uncensored. Frankie Zarian and Christopher Daniels was there. So we got to meet them as well. Also this week, we got in a Eddie Guerrero autograph 8x10. Picked up a Rey Mysterio, Sting, the Usos, Sheamus, The Big Show, Jim Ross, and Jake the Snake Roberts. So these are some of the pickups we had this week. This is the wrestling wall. Still waiting on that Sting figure, Sting 16x20 to come in, but the AJ Styles 16 came in. So it's been a good little week for old Uncle Smooth here. So like I said, we have MCW coming this Saturday night, Hollywood, Maryland. Kevin Nash, Coco Beware, Madison Rayne. Madison Rayne just asked for her release from ROH. So this will be her first appearance, not as a ROH talent anymore. Coco Beware, obviously a Hall of Famer. Probably won't meet him just because we really don't need him. We have an 8x10 signed by him already. Unless I'm watching a figure right now on eBay. His 1992 Hasbro Mint on card. So if we wind up picking that up, we'll probably see if we can get it overnight shipped. That way we can have it for Saturday. But the big thing is to go down there. We're going to meet Kevin Nash, and there's a steel cage match too. So if you're around the Baltimore, Southern Maryland type region, and you want to watch some good wrestling, MCW this Saturday night in Hollywood, Maryland, steel cage match for the heavyweight, for the MCW heavyweight title. But that's it for this week on Uncle Smooth's Man Cave.